And we're back with This Week in Fishing. Now, I have a special guest on tonight. Jim is playing hooky right now. He's actually driving down the Keys. Normally, I'm the one that's late. And this time, Jim is very late. But I have a wonderful stand-in for Jim. We had a wonderful day fishing today. Rob Fordyce is on the radio with us.
Thanks, Mike. It's great to be here.
Oh, it was a blast today. I had so much fun.
Oh, you know what? I haven't had a day with you that I didn't have fun, but today was spectacular.
The whole day or just parts of it?
After we left the dock, we started fishing. After we got back to the dock, everything in between there was spectacular.
Was good there.
Everything outside of those lines
is a little blurry.
Yeah, yeah.
A little blurry
there.
Bit. Jim Sharp and I do a radio show every Thursday night. It's This Week in Fishing. And it's a great way to get knowledge out there for general fishing and conditions. Guys, we'll be here next week, 6 p.m. Thursday night. Until then, stay well, stay safe. Go fishing.
First time I met Captain Mike Wineoffer was actually at the boat ramp in Key West in Garrison Bight. The boat ramp's right next to where Mike keeps his charter boats. I was, at that particular time, was probably 15, 16 years ago. I was fishing out of Key West a lot. And every day I'd see this guy just scrambling around running, and I'd see his boats gone all the time. So I'm like, man, this guy's fishing a lot. At the time, I was fishing a lot as a guide. So one day I ran into him at the ramp and we had a short discussion. And then a couple years later, we were actually put on a panel for the Madfin Shark Tournament. We actually made the rules for the tournament. So we kind of befriended ourselves there, and we've been friends ever since.
I love fishing started through my whole childhood. I spent my entire childhood every summer for 3 months fishing. Whether it was giant tunas, bluefins, wahoos, marlin, it was a blast. I ended up down here. I came down to actually help my brother back in, oh gosh, over 30 years ago, and helped him with his charter business and started my own. And once I'd gone out fishing a couple times, the first time out there, seeing the sailfish tail down sea, I was stuck. I wasn't going anywhere. When I first got to Key West on Charter Boat Row, I was one of the first people that wasn't a conch that had a boat here. So it was a little bit of a challenge in that respect. And sometimes it still is, but the fishing here just makes up for it. Bob. Yep. All set. 12 o'clock. Just bring what you want to eat and drink. Running charter boats in Key West is a blast, but let me tell you what, there's a lot to it. Whether you're dealing with, I have 5 charter boats here and now 6th. So you deal with the captains, you deal with booking the cruise, you deal with the phone calls, you deal with going fishing. It's just a lot to do all the time. But I love it, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Over the last few seasons of the SeaHunter show, Mike's been a co-host numerous times. And there's several reasons for that. One, Mike is a pretty intense fisherman like I am, but at the same time, as intense as the fishing gets at some points, he's a great guy to be with. He's a lot of fun. He always busting your chops. So, you know, anytime I go to Key West, I can't imagine going down there and not spending time with Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You got a nibble.
Oh, doubled up. Oh. There he is right there. It'd be great if you come up and do this. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm chumming all day.
You're going the wrong way.
You know, I was just informed that I'm somewhat of a ball buster. I had no idea. I thought we were all just having fun with each other.
Son of a... Mike, you see what he just did? He just threw my damn banana out.
The most fun in fishing is just watching the strike, seeing them come in and see them just eat it.
Wow. That's a freaking slob, man.
$150 to $200 million worth of boats will come to town.
Oh, sail! Come on, guys, come on.
Big wave, hold on.
Whoa!
I didn't miss a sail.
Hey, Rob, go. Talk to me, brother.
Oh, you're good, bro. He's going right.
Pretty work, Rob. Pretty work. You know, this is a perfect opportunity for Charlie and I to have a little fun at Rob's expense. He hooked the shark. We're going to have some fun.
You want a belt?
Nope. You don't think I was going to ask for that, do you?
That water won't hurt you, Mike. Really? If you ever get 5 minutes spent with these guys, it's just a hoot and holler time.
Oh.
Right on the microphone.
Put us on some fish, Captain Mike.
Oh, Charlie, I'm so going to help you.
That's a bite.
You know, one of the wildest things is when you're guiding other guides, and guys that really know how to fish, it's always entertaining to try and come up with a plan that's going to entertain them. Woo! Hey, keep it down, you meatheads.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. SeaHunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Yamaha outboards. Wet Sounds, the ultimate sound machine for your boat. Forever Young, for all your anti-aging solutions. Growing up in South Florida and the Florida Keys, we're in the paths of hurricanes. We're accustomed to dealing with them. You know, we know it's something that we have to deal with by living here, and it's a sacrifice we've made. And though we haven't had a serious storm hit the Keys in probably 15, 20 years, Hurricane Irma was a serious storm, and it wasn't taken lightly. Fortunately, most of the people in the Keys evacuated and did what they could to secure their property, but this was a Category 4 storm that was moving slow. It really hit the lower Keys exceptionally hard, especially with storm surge. I tell you, it really took my breath away the first time I drove down to Key West after the storm.
Good to see you, bro.
You know what? I was so worried about you when I was texting you. I was worried you weren't gonna leave.
No.
Because 2 days before it hit, you're like, I don't know. I'm like, you don't know. You should have known like 2 days ago.
Well, I was still waiting for it to make the turn.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's gonna turn, it's gonna turn. Yeah, it's gonna turn on my house.
And it did.
Right on my house.
I went right over your house.
I got a cool picture though. You can see my house through the eye.
You sent me that.
It's
that
cool.
picture.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a cool picture. Right after the hurricane, about 4 days after, I talked to Rob and he came down and he said, you know, let's do a quick PR piece for the Keys to let everybody know that you guys are all still there. And that's what we did. We went out fishing. It wasn't easy. We were like the first charter boat out of the harbor. The harbor at that point was still closed. We had to get special permission from the Coast Guard even to go out.
We'll find a bird or some debris.
Sounds good. Hooked up. Actually, a pretty nice fish. Oh, it's a monster. Watch out. Wait.
There's 2 fish on there. Good job, man.
Good job. Don't make fun of my little wahoo. Look at him run, dude. He's cool. He's so cute. Uh-oh. Caught a monster. Missed. Ooh. On film, I missed. Nice. It's a weehoo. Mine's bigger.
I don't know. Right here.
Poof, off he goes.
I'll tell you, he's gonna jump.
No, he's not. He's gonna go on the deck. Nice. Oh yeah, I'll take that one. Oh, it's jumping. Oh, it's a monster. Nice fish. Nice fish. He's making a mess though. Hey, I don't even like you that much. We went out dolphin fishing. We had a great day. And what we did is we called into the radio station and said, you know, if somebody's down here and if they need some fresh fish, come on down and we'll give it away. So Rob was a great sport. He sat there and cut all the fish with me, and people just started showing up and we gave away all the dolphin.
I have to say that one of the most rewarding things about the day that I spent with Mike in Key West after the hurricane was handing the fish out to victims of the hurricane who hadn't had a hot meal in a while, and to see the smile on their faces that they had a chance to actually eat some fresh fish. How you doing?
Wonderful. You're absolutely wonderful.
My hands are a little fishy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And then
It was quite an emotional experience as well as a very rewarding feeling to see the smiles on these people.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
very much.
Yeah, man. You bet. Enjoy it. Though all these rods look very, very similar, they're actually very different in power. This particular rod is a 2-power rod. What the power means is the amount of bend that the blank allows the rod and the tip to flex when throwing a bait. A rod that is allowed to flex more parabolic is what we call it, will throw a lighter bait. It'll throw a little jig like this as long as you have light enough line on your reel. On the other end of that, this would be a 5-power rod. This would be a heavier duty rod for catching medium-sized to big tarpon or or permit or big snook. This rod is a much heavier, beefy blank. You notice it's not bending down here where the first one was. You got to figure out what type of fishing you're going to do the most and what size baits you're going to throw and how much power you need the rod to be able to pull a fish out of debris if you're fishing in a shoreline. So that's why this rod is rigged with the heaviest plug. If I put this big heavy plug on that light 2-power rod, it's going to really feel clunky. It's going to feel slow. I'm not going to be accurate casting. If I try to put this little light 1/8-ounce bonefish jig on this 5-power rod, the tip is not going to load enough. It's not going to flex enough for me to allow to make a cast. So it's important when you go to rig your rods that you put the right bait, you select the right rod for the right application. You know, over the years, Mike has shared so many experiences in Key West that I felt like I wanted to share something with him that I'm very knowledgeable in. He'd never been to the Everglades. I thought it'd be a great trip for him to just drive up, spend a day with me there fishing for snook back in the mangroves. And I think he was overwhelmed with what he saw in the area. Oh, Mike Weinhofer in the Everglades from the Florida Keys.
I'm not talking to you right now. I'm taking my Motrin.
Do you have rods this small? Do you catch bait with rods this small?
Don't pick on me. As long as I've heard about the Everglades, I had no idea. I've been here for over 30 years. I had never been up there. I had no idea what the big deal was. Then I get up there and I was like, it's a totally different world. I didn't realize how big it was.
It's huge. It's, you know, over 1 million acres. The park, just the park, not the whole Everglades system is, if you go south of Lake Okeechobee, it's over 3 million acres.
Wow.
Yeah. If you look here on the screen, that fresh water comes down and drains into this area, and that salt comes in from the Gulf. You'll get like a salt-fresh mix right there. That's where the most bait is. You'll have freshwater baits and saltwater baits. You'll have finger mullet and little cichlids, Mayan cichlids and brim and other things all mixed in together. And that's where you'll find most of your snook.
Fish stacks on it.
Yeah. Let's go see if I can put you on a fish. You put me on enough in Key West. Whole idea is to fish like the first 20 feet.
Off the mangrove?
Yeah, the first 20 feet from the shoreline to 20 feet out, then wind it up. This is a good spot because you got trees way out in the water. It's a point, just a natural ambush spot. It's real. There you go.
Fishies!
He's right where he was supposed to be, right there off that debris.
All right, fish, eh?
You can just lip him like a bass.
We're not joking, are we?
No, really.
We're not joking, are we?
Promise I wouldn't do that to you. You might do that to me, but I wouldn't do that
I
to
would.
you.
I'd have to try hard to find something to get you on there.
Come here, buddy, open up. Hey!
Your first Everglades snook.
That's my first Everglades snook ever. Very cool.
Good job, brother.
Thank you, brother. He's cool as hell.
Look how black they are back here.
Yeah.
These fish get gold and kind of amber.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Good to let him go?
Yep. There he goes.
Oh, it's very cool, man.
Get you a bigger one. Good start, though.
I've done a tremendous amount of offshore fishing, but the Everglades was a whole new experience for me. Let me tell you what, all the casting ability that they have in the shallow water is totally different than offshore. And let me tell you what, Rob's like, put it over there in that little 4-inch spot. I'm like, what? And he does it every time. And I'm like, yeah, I'll catch this tree, I'll catch that tree. It was an education.
A souvenir of your day?
That's it, that's a souvenir, I'm taking it home. Towards the end of the day, I started to get the hang of it, but I could totally understand how it could be addictive. Just throwing this little popper in just the right spot and getting a bite. It's just a blast. There he is. Very
Good
cool.
job.
That was a cool bite.
It was an awesome bite.
That was hot. Cute little bugger. Sweet. Oh no. I could have been, oh, do you have it or do I? You have it now.
He fell off of yours and grabbed mine.
Yours. I see how you are. There we go.
There you go. Good job.
Sweet.
Mike, up here around this point, I think there's some little tarpon. Saw something roll there. Look at the size. Look at the size of these little guys.
They're cool. Oh.
You got him. Good job, buddy. Finally got one to bite the hook.
Got one to bite it. Oh, quick release.
There he is.
Little tarpon.
Looks like a tarpon, only smaller.
Even though I was a fish out of water up there, I had a blast. It was really fun. But I can't wait to get Rob down here and go out fishing in my backyard.
Keep up with the SeaHunter on social media. Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. You can also visit us at theseahuntertv.com.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by Ray Marine, Simply Superior. Mojo Sportswear, get your mojo on. TFO Rods, power to the angler. Sea Star Solutions. Best Fab, steel fabrication and design since 1975. Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. I had some other obligations in Key West, so I brought the boat down there anyway. Had a little bit of free time. I called Mike, hey, let's go fishing for a half a day. Let's just go have some fun, bend the rod. And I did mention to him that I got a brand new smoker, so if we happen to catch some kingfish to put on the smoker, that wouldn't be a bad thing either.
Are we gonna take a couple of these for bait?
Yes, I think that would be wise.
Man, I like this action.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey, keep your fish away from mine.
Did you see how he did that?
Yep.
He did a crazy Ivan. The one unique thing that I would say about Captain Mike Weinhofer is the guy is truly excited about waking up every morning and going fishing. And that's not a common occurrence with a guy who's been doing it professionally for 30 years. I've been doing it professionally for 30 years, and there are mornings when I'm like, oh, man, I just need a day off. I just need a little rest. As much as I love to fish, I still do. Mike loves to fish every day, as much now as he did when he was a little kid.
Uh-oh.
You got bit?
Yeah. Ooh, there goes blackfin right by it.
Was it really?
Yep.
Just had a blackfin. Oh. Did you see that bite?
Did you get him?
Yeah. I didn't get the blackfin. He missed it, and then Benita ate it.
Oh, that stinks. Right shoulder.
Yeah, I'd say you got that one.
I don't think he's coming unglued. Nice. Pretty. Pretty. We ran out to the Gulf and had a great time. We stopped at one of the shrimp boats and caught a couple of bonitas. We were looking for blackfin tuna. But the fun was we also found a kingfish fleet. The commercial guys were circling and catching them like crazy. Rob had mentioned he got a new smoker, and I thought it would be cool to run out there and get some kingfish for it.
That's not a kingfish.
You can catch one.
Whatever's we marked on the bottom, that's what I caught. It was right on the bottom. Definitely not a kingfish.
No. I like what you're catching better.
I think I'm gonna like whatever this is.
Oh, so do I. Uh-oh.
Dang it. That is a nice
That's
red
pretty.
grouper. Too bad we can't keep it.
I know. Not till May. Pretty, though.
Still fun. God, I hate to let that go.
Nice fish.
That is some good groceries right there.
Let him go. Could be bigger in May.
There we go. How can you not like this? Almost feels like it might be foul hook. I think I was correct. Watch the hooks, bro.
Yep.
Thought that might happen.
Okay. Nice release. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your jig better than mine.
I think they like my technique.
That too. That smoker's still empty.
This one's smaller than the one you lost for me.
Yeah, but we're being conservative.
Let him go. Let me catch a bigger one.
Oh, that's the kiss of death
I
right
know.
there.
I knew
That is
when,
the kiss
right when I
of
said
death.
that,
That
I'm
is
like,
the
this is probably a
kiss of
mistake.
death.
Oh,
Want me to get one?
I would like you to get one, yeah.
Yeah. Look, a smoker fish.
That's a great eating size one, though. Oh, yeah. Watch this. Got him that time.
Me too.
How old were you?
Oh, he's so cute.
Another one for the smoker. Thank you, brother. That was a lot of fun.
Blast, bro.
You got some fish for the smoker? It's always fun to be with you. It's always a pleasure to spend a day with Mike on the water. And Mike is a true ambassador of the Florida Keys. I mean, there's no one that fights for the captains of the Florida Keys more than Mike. There's no one that loves the Florida Keys more than him. And anytime I'm with him, it's just an uplifting experience.
The decision I made 30 years ago was the best decision I ever made, moving to Key West to run charter fishing boats. I absolutely love it. I get to go fishing with my best friends every day.